Jai Shri Mataji. Take side on to the Shri Mataji. Raise your Kundalini and take the bundle. Param Pujya Shri Mataji, you are Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti, Mother. Please grant us the permission to do the meditation at your lotus feet. And please bless us for this day. Now please keep our right hand towards Mother Earth.
We call it Mataji.
Now please keep our right hand on our lap and left hand towards the sky. Now please keep our both the hands on our lap. Our complete attention is on center of both the palms.
First of all, please put your right hand on your heart. All the time, the left hand is towards me. Now, here you have to say, in your heart, with all sincerity, Mother, am I the spirit? Ask the question 3 times in your heart. This is a very fundamental question. Now bring the right hand on to the left hand side of your stomach, in the upper part. Here press it. Now this is the center of your mastery, your guidance, your Guru Tattva as they say. So ask a question, Mother, am I my own master? This is a question to be asked 3 times. Mother, am I my own master? Now, bring your right hand down below, the lower part of the abdomen. Now, this is the center from which all the divine work is done. All the pure work is done. So to ask 6 times, because this center has got 6 petals. Mother, please give me pure knowledge. 6 times you just ask. As a result of this asking, the Kundalini starts getting awakened. Now to help the Kundalini rise, you have to cooperate with her. So please put your right hand on the left hand side in the upper part of your abdomen and press it on the stomach. Now, here you have to say with full confidence to help the Kundalini to rise, Mother, I am my own master. This you have to say 10 times. These are the 10 commandments which you have to say. That, Mother, I am my own master. Now, 10 times with full confidence. Now, please raise your right hand to your heart. Now, here you have to say, again with full confidence, Mother, I am the Spirit. This is the truth. You are the Spirit. But you have to say with full confidence, Mother, I am the Spirit. This you have to say 12 times. Now one has to know that God Almighty is the ocean of love. But above all, He is the ocean of forgiveness. So He forgives. Whatever wrong you do, He forgives. So don't feel guilty and put your right hand across on the left hand side in the corner which is made by your neck and your shoulder. Now, here you have to say again with full confidence 16 times, Mother, I am not guilty. Please say it. Mother, I am not guilty. 16 times. I am not guilty at all. Please say it. Please say it. Now raise your hand across on your forehead. And it's a very important center. Here you have to say from your heart, Mother, I forgive everyone. Please say it from your heart. How many times is not the point. Mother, I forgive everyone. Now, some would say that it's very difficult to forgive. But it's a myth that we do not forgive or we forgive. We do not do anything in both the cases. But if we don't forgive, then we play into wrong hands. So please say from your heart, Mother, I forgive everyone. Now please take your hand on the back agya, the same center, on the back side of your head and allow your head to rest on it and push it back a little bit. Now here, you have to say for your satisfaction, because you always feel guilty. That, O divine, if I have done anything wrong, please forgive. Please forgive me from your heart. Stretch your hand fully and put your center of your palm on top of the fontanelle bone area, which was a very soft bone in your childhood. Press it hard. Press hard your scalp. Now you have to move it 7 times, saying one thing which you have to ask for. Mother, please give us my self realization, because I cannot force on you. So you have to ask for it. 7 times, press it hard and move it 7 times. Very hard. Slowly, saying that.
Now please keep our both hands on our lap. Our complete attention is on center of both the palms and Sahasrara.
The understanding that this is good, this is for our benevolence. Mental understanding comes to us from Sri Hanuman. And it's very important for Western people, because it has to be mental, otherwise, they won't understand. If it is not mental, they cannot come into abstract. It has to be mental. And so the mental understanding of whether it is good or bad is given to us by Sri Hanumana. Without him, even if you become a saint, you will be, of course, you are a saint, and you will enjoy the saintliness. But whether this saintliness is all right if you live on Himalayas, or is all right when you go across to people to give them realization. All this scanning, this Viveka Buddhi, all this scanning, all this discrimination, all this guidance, all this protection is given to us by Sri Hanuman. Germany being a country which is very, very much, I should say, an essence of right side. And because of it being such an essence of right side, it's important to get the protector of right side here worshipped. But in all that, Viveka Buddhi, in that discrimination, he knows one thing, that he's absolutely subservient to Sri Rama. Now, what is Sri Rama? Sri Rama is the benevolent king. He works for the benevolence. And Sri Rama himself is a formal king, like Sankocha we call it. I mean, English words are not so good to explain, but Sri Rama is the one who is who will not push forward himself. He keeps back. He's very balanced. He's a very poised person. So the Hanumana, you see, he is the one who is always anxious to do the work of Sri Rama. always. If Sri Rama says, all right, you go and get the, he told him, go and get the Sanjeevani, is the kind of a herb that was needed to bring Lakshmana to life. He went there and he brought the whole mountain with him. Now let her have it. It's like that sort of person. You see, he brought the, that's childlike behavior of his. And the discrimination in this is that if Sri Rama has asked for whatever he asked for, I'll do it. So is a relationship of a, I would say, like a guru and shishya. But even more than that, that shishya is just like a subservient servant, absolutely surrendered to God, absolutely surrendered. And his main thing is surrender. Now see, this surrender itself shows that all those who are right sided people are surrendered to God, not surrendered to their bosses. Mostly, all those right sided people are very surrendered to their bosses, surrendered to their jobs, sometimes surrendered to their wives also. But they are subservient to wrong people. They have no discretion. You'll always find that. They have no discretion. But if you take the help of Hanumana, then he tells you that you have to be surrendered to God Almighty and not to anybody else or to your guru like Rama. Otherwise, you are not to be surrendered to anybody else, and then you are a free bird and you have all the 9 powers within yourself. Hanumana's uh, whole thing is to antidote your overactivity, to antidote your too much thinking, to antidote your ego. Now, how he finishes the ego of people is very sweetly shown when he burnt the whole of Lanka, is the capital of uh, Ravana, and the way he made fun of him. Because, see, anybody who is egoistical, one must make fun of him, then he's all right. Like, first he went and uh, when Ravana saw him, he said, "Who are you?" The monkey. So he just pushed his tail towards him and tickled his nose with his tail. So he's the one who makes fun of egoistical people. Now, if somebody egoistical tries to trouble you, he's the one. He'll make such fun out of him that you'll be amazed how this fellow was jumping like a Humpty Dumpty has fallen down and has broken his crown. So, see, it is the job of Hanumana to protect you from egoistical people. And also, he protects the egoistical people by uh, showing them down, like say Saddam. In the case of Saddam, I just asked Hanumana to do the job because I know he'll do it. Now, how he has put this Saddam into different circumstances that he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know how to go because supposing he says, all right, I'll have war. So the whole of Iraq will be finished. He'll be finished. Kuwait will be finished. All petrol will be finished. All right. Everybody will be in trouble. But what about him? He won't be there too. Because if the Americans have to fight, they'll go in his place and fight. They won't fight in America. He's not going to go to America to fight them. Few Americans may be dead. So now, in this, Saddam's brain also, Hanumana is working and telling him, now see, mister, if you do like this, then this will happen. He works into the brains of all the politicians, all these egoistical people. And then they get sometimes stunned. Sometimes they change their policies. They come round, and that's how they manage. Also, another great quality of Hanumana is that he makes people sort of an arbitrator. He makes people meet each other, and two egoistical people, he will make them meet, and then he'll create such situation that they both become friends and become mild. So his whole character within us acts us to see our ego, discriminate that, oh, this is my ego that is working, and then to become childlike and sweet, mirthful and happy. He's always in a dancing mood. All the time he's dancing. And before Rama, he's always bowed down and always wants to do whatever is the desire of Sri Ram. So if Ganesha stands behind me, Hanumana stands here at my feet. And he's there. In the same way, I would say, if Germany he has asked me that if Germany can become like Hanumana, then what a dynamic force we have if they become so subservient. And the subservient uh, uh, nature of Hanumana is seen to such an extent that, as you know, the story of Sita when she gave a necklace to him and he wouldn't wear it because inside there was no Ram. Once Sita felt that all the time he's around, and so he's sort of cutting out his privacy, her privacy. So she said, now, you can be there only for one work. You need not do every work. He used to do every work of Sri Ram. He said, for one work you should be there. Choose whichever work you want to do. He said, only, you see, I would like to be with Sri Ram, that whenever he sneezes, I should do like this. You see, in India, when we sneeze, we have to do like this with this. Because the sneezing is, you see, to avoid all the negativity to go out. So we do like this if you sneeze. Or if you feel sleepy and you yawn, then also we do like that mostly. So he said, whenever he'll yawn, you allow me just to, this we call it chutki, I don't know what to call this, chutki. Allow me to do this. Sita said, this is something very little work. You see, this fellow then will be out of sight. So he stood there. So he said, now why are you standing here? I'm waiting for that. So how can I go? And that's how she granted. First she granted, all right, given to you this job. Now she can't take it back because she's granted this job. So he's always there like this, standing just to do this to Sri Ram. So, I mean, the sweetness of the whole thing is that every time, every minute, he is subservient, he's attentive, he's there. Also, in Sahajayoga, I have relationships with you as a guru, as a mother, and I don't know, unlimited. But still, these two relationships we know of, that I'm your mother and I'm your guru. Now, as a guru, my main concern is that you should learn all about Sahajayoga. You should become experts of Sahajayoga and you should become yourself the gurus. This is the only concern I have. But for that, complete surrender is required. Islam means surrender. So you have to surrender. If you are surrendered, then only you can learn what is the way you will handle Sahajayoga. Now, even this surrendering is done by Sri Hanumana. He is the one who teaches you how to surrender or makes you surrender. Because egoistical people don't surrender. Then he puts some sort of hurdles or some sort of miracles or some tricks by which then a disciple surrenders himself to the Guru. Otherwise, he is not surrendered. He finds it difficult to surrender. And the force that acts to make him surrender to the Guru is also that of Hanumana. So not that he is only surrendered, but he makes others also to be surrendered. because because of ego you cannot surrender. So he's the one who fights your ego and he puts it down and makes you surrender. So in his own expression, I would say that what he has shown that there's a very beautiful area of right side. If it is to be perfectly enjoyed, then you should be completely surrendered to your guru as if you are the servant of that. Whatever you have to do for that guru, you have to do it. Of course, you must know that your guru has to give you realization minimum. Otherwise, that's not a guru. But anybody who has given you the realization, you have to be so surrendered that you should be just like a servant, not to feel shy about it. Like I would have sometimes, I'm going by, say, I'm going by aeroplane, and sometimes I cannot wear my shoes because they're so swollen up. So normally I would take the shoes in my hands and walk about. But I've seen Sahajogis, they pick up my shoes also and walk with it. And they don't feel shy about it. They just feel so proud that they are carrying my shoes. So one should feel proud that you are doing all these things, that you have a chance to do all these things for your Guru, and that you are surrendering to that Guru. You are absolutely only bothered as to how you can serve the Guru, how you can please the Guru, and how you could be closer to that Guru. It doesn't mean physical closeness, but a kind of a rapport, a kind of an understanding. Even those who are away from me can feel me in their heart. And this is what it is.
Now please open your eyes, bow down to the Shri Mataji, and take the bandhan. Jai Shri Mataji.